Plus, more insurance companies are using drones to snoop on their customers' houses. What homeowners need to know. All right, imagine getting a call from your insurance company telling you to trim your trees or your policy is canceled. It is happening more often as insurance companies use drones to keep tabs on properties they insure without alerting homeowners. Insurance expert Mark Villasana is here to tell us why these companies are doing this and what homeowners really need to know. Mark, thank you so much for being with us to talk about this.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So first of all, why are they using these drones?
Well, that's a great question. That really depends on who you ask. I mean, representatives from the insurance industry are going to tell you that in the insurance game, speed, accuracy, and safety are everything, right? And so whether they're inspecting a roof after a hailstorm or whether or surveying some wildfire damage in a remote area, these drones are going to give them high resolution imagery. They're going to provide data that otherwise would take days to collect manually. Their ergo that they're going to say that makes them make faster decisions on your claim. It's going to reduce fraud, and it's going to make the workplace safer for their field adjusters. But on the other hand, if you ask a lot of consumers, if you ask a lot of advocacy groups, they're going to tell you this is just another invasion of their privacy.
I mean, I understand if maybe there's a claim and there's something I'm asking my insurance company to check on as far as damage to the roof, et cetera. But as far as just a drive-by on foot, is this something that insurance companies have long done as far as surveillance, if you will, of the properties that they insure?
Well, originally started out as a niche thing. It wasn't common practice, but I would say today it is common practice in the insurance industry. And I would venture to say all major carriers and even some of the smaller independent companies are now, they're integrating it in their day-to-day workspace. I'd even go as far as to say by the end of the decade, this is going to grow by double digits. So it's not really an issue of is it going to be part of the game every day, or has it been integrated? It's how do we regulate it now? How do we keep it in moderation? And most of all, how do we convince the consumer this is a good thing for them?
And so how do we do those things? Is there something in the paperwork that we sign when we get our insurance that allows them this, viewership into our home property, et cetera?
Well, there's the rub. Like anything new, drone usage is a new thing. So there really hasn't been a lot of regulation yet when you talk about drone usage, and especially when you talk about issues of privacy and legislature. I will say the good thing about the great state of Arizona is that this state does have uniform code in regards to a lot of the drone usage. Some states vary from city to city. Arizona has been consistent on when and where they can be used. That being said, there's definitely needs to be constant open communication between city, state, and even federal legislatures, between these insurance companies, and ultimately between consumers, because consumers and groups are the one making the most noise. So, something needs to be done.
Anything that the homeowner should be doing right now to protect themselves, protect their privacy, protect their property?
Well, because there's not a lot of prior notification that this can happen. As it stands now, a lot of carriers can just do it at will. Well, the first thing I would do is call their insurance agent and ask them, is this a possibility? Yeah. Does my company have this capability? Are they one of the companies that will use this? And if they do tell you yes, then I would take, maybe I'd cut some of the trees down that are overgrowing, maybe clean up the backyard, check the roof, because those are some of the things that these drones are looking for.
Mark, thank you.
Thank you for having me.